All right, Crossroads Podcast number 79, part 3. The juiciest part.
After dark.
You know what happens after dark.
The boogeyman comes out and tickles your
Really? I'm
toes.
out of here. It
Tickles
tickles
your
your toes.
toes.
The boogeyman, huh? Well, you know, your boy don't like the boogeyman. I don't even watch scary movies very much.
I know. I don't, but only because there's not really any. Unless I'm sure there's probably some like indie French horror film or something that's like just out of its fucking mind. That's what I want to
You
see.
know, the Asian ones.
Yeah.
They're the worst. They're the scariest.
Yeah. I mean, the Blair Witch was there's still some about the Blair Witch that like freaks me the fuck out.
The
Dude.
nose.
Well,
It's
just
like all I remember.
like the witchcraft part of it, the stick craft.
That's the stuff that really scares me the most about scary movies is where it's um like the evil stuff. Like, yeah, sure, a monster movie, but when it starts to get like really like religious and like evil spirits and demonic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
once you start playing with those symbols, I think you can sometimes it feels like it could open up some doorways, possibly.
Possibly.
Dude, one time Kayliana came over the house. She's like, I found this Ouija board at the Goodwill or something, made out of wood.
Right.
And I like set it over on my guitar amp, you know. And I was in a pretty dark phase of my life, probably a lot of LSD and Jack Daniels. And I was down in the studio. It was all, you know, I'd stay up super late and just getting drunk and high and work on music and then go down rabbit holes on YouTube, you know.
Yeah.
And I started watching that show Lock and Key. You ever hear
Mm-hmm.
that?
I don't know.
It's kind of about some stuff like that, like opening spiritual doorways.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a kid, like a young, like teen show or something like that.
Right.
It's kind of got some pretty dark elements. But anyways, I just started feeling the creepiest vibes. Like, and I kept looking over that Ouija board and I was like, I don't know, dude. I literally felt like there was some sort of like little portal where evil spirits were trying to come sliding in.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're getting fucking rid of this shit. I put it outside.
I think I think for sure it's definitely possible to like scare yourself, you know? Like I'm sure you've done it to where like you'll just you don't even have to be watching something, but you could just start thinking about something, you know?
Oh
Like
yeah.
even when you're younger, it's to me at least that happened quite a
The
bit. Like I'd be like,
boogeyman. Like some
yeah, I'll just
monster in
be
my
think
closet.
I'd be like, oh, why did I start thinking about like a ghost story or something? And then just for like an hour, I'd just be like, I swear to God, there's something in here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So like I think part of it is that whatever, you know, activates in us where we're like, oh my God, like
The
something's
fear.
something's here, you know. But I think we probably have that for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then I also do think that there is a lot behind actual the craft, the dark arts, or even the light arts or whatever, where it's like that's when I do believe there's powers behind symbolism and numbers and arithmetic and all that stuff. Where I'm like, I don't know. It's interesting.
For sure.
Who knows? Maybe it's just our mind giving it the belief, like you're saying, how it's
Well,
like, you know, you could look at that crystal and think, you know what, that it's such good vibes. It's gonna cleanse my aura. Somebody's like puts this crystal on their top of their head and they're like, oh yes, I'm purified and I feel so much, my anxiety's gone away. Somebody else be like, fuck, stupid ass crystal. I,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. I mean, what I was saying, it was like I think it's both. Like definitely there's times where you're just freaking yourself out for no reason. But I think the fact that we have that sense where you can like it's like the sixth sense, you know, like vibes basically. Just like we pick up on vibes. Whatever that is. Um I mean like animals pick up on vibes and stuff. I think
Vibes are real.
yeah, dude, animals have all sorts of senses that we don't have. Like literally, like sharks, they got like magnetic senses in their noses. So like the, you know, birds, they got like magnets in their skulls and shit, so they can travel across the globe. So like I for sure think we do have senses where like we pick up on just kind of energies.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be a human. Every once in a while when I actually think about it, because you know, you just get so caught up living life and then you think every once in a while I'll think like, wait a minute, I actually have lungs. I have this whole like system inside of me.
Yeah.
Like Hendrix was asking me one day about, he's like asking about hands. And he's like, how is it that like we move our hands or something? You know, like controlling your body. And I was like, well, it's actually, there's all these like, our brain sends these electrical signals through our nervous system and everything to our fingers. So our brain tells our hand to make a fist and it just travels so quickly. Then that, and I was like, and that's why if people have brain damage, if they get hit in the head really bad, they could hurt a part of their brain that's like controls, you know, their legs, and then they won't be able to use their legs because they don't, you know, they have these, they're not able to like process and send signals.
Isn't that crazy though? Like it literally is electricity.
Yeah.
We have power in us.
I'll be going Saiyan, dude. Super Saiyan.
Um, yeah, dude, like there's have you've seen Midnight Gospel, right?
Oh yeah.
The one the very end with his mom,
Mm-hmm.
the part where she's talking about like just kind of meditating and like feeling like the inside of your hand, you know? Do you remember that part?
I do, but I haven't thought about that for a long time.
Yeah, she's talking about just like awareness, and just how to be aware and in the moment. And one of the first things you could do is just feel like what it feels like on the inside of your hand. Just focus on the inside of that, and then slowly just kind of bring that awareness throughout your body, you know. But yeah, dude, sometimes I'll be laying there just like, and I'll think about that, and you do kind of feel it, like the electricity, just like you're so used to it. It's just like anything. It's just like wearing clothes. Like you feel it all the time, so you don't. It's like, can you taste your tongue, you know, type shit. But like if you really think about it, like you are kind of just like buzzing and just like
Oh, for sure.
vibrating and yeah,
And
you
that's the
know what I'm talking
craziest
about.
thing. Well, yeah, and it's crazy how at times when, depending on even like what I'm doing in life, or if I was like getting drunk, getting high on certain, that's the thing about drugs, is where sometimes I'd be like, dude, my vibe is so low right now. I'm just like, dude, I'm just like chilling. I smoke so much weed, or I just had this downer. I'm just like fucking doctors got me on morphine right now.
Yeah.
I'm all coding out and I'm just ooh. And then you get on like some speed or something. But on acid, I'd like eat some acid and sit down and meditate, and I'd feel like I wouldn't be like active and crazy and like, dude, I'm buzzing like a jumping around at EDM rave, like on ecstasy, like whoa, I'm sweating my
Right.
balls. But like sit down on psychedelics, and you don't need the psychedelics, but I'll sit down and focus on like like you say, coming back to this point, like almost like if you could crawl into your soul or remember that you're like this little spark of divine essence or this little molecule of energy, whatever that little thing that we are that's like within us,
Yeah.
and then be like, wait, that's actually what I am.
It's
All
funny
this
that
other stuff is like what I've wanted to use as a vehicle to experience life. And but once the vibration, I would sit there and focus on the vibration and be like, whoa, dude, I'm the vibration of the whole universe or something.
yeah, damn dude. Yeah, and it's crazy that you pointed right here too, because sometimes like it doesn't happen all the time, but like just kind of like that feeling when you're like about to cry, you know, like that feeling in your chest. That's like just like your heart kind of was what it feels like. But like I think that's like what you feel like you could had to locate your soul or whatever. Like it feels like it's like right there.
I feel like it would be in the heart, probably. Like that little spark would be like in the heart.
Yeah.
Almost like for your car battery to run. It's like, yeah, there's gotta be a
Yeah.
right there, it all sparks up and you know.
And then the brain is just like the organizer and the holder of,
Oh yeah, because like your body could still live without the brain, right?
yeah,
You know, when these people say, oh, reality is not real, it's just our brain like comprehending a reality. But that's not completely true. Like it is true, but reality does still exist
yeah.
without our brain. Like our brain could be removed.
Well, and different brains interpret reality differently.
That's true. So it gets a little skewed. And I've thought that way with this whole simulation thing, like, oh, nothing is real. It's all, sure, it's all energy, but I'm like, it's still fucking real. Like, these
Yeah.
guys be like, reality's not even real, but buy my book
Yeah.
because
Go,
my bank account and my bills are real. So,
yeah. Go get hit by a car if it's not real.
dude,
No, I know. Like, oh, that's what I was gonna say earlier about kind of like our senses and picking up on like spirits or whatever, ghosts, energies.
mm-hmm.
Um, they're like, yeah, we only can pick up on or just because we can't see something doesn't mean something we're picking up on isn't there, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Just like you say, the electricity, not only that, like, you can see electricity sometimes, but
Mhm.
like, sound waves that move through the air or electrical signals that move through the air or the ones that move from our brain to our fingers. Like you can't see that, but like imagine before we even like knew about all that stuff, before science, like what Neanderthals may have thought about being like, what the fuck? Like that's the thing that's weird is like we don't have to think about breathing.
Yeah.
We just breathe. So some things we just like our natural instincts. So you could be born in this world, never know nothing, but you're like, I need to eat. I need to eat something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. It's a trip. I remember when I was a kid, I would like when I just didn't know anything about the human body, I would like try to picture what was going on inside of me. Like I would draw pictures too, like, and I don't know if I really thought this, but I just didn't know what it actually looked like in there. So I would draw like Rube Goldberg machines going on inside of me, like to like if you like eat something, it would fall into a little cup and the cup would like spill over and fall down a chute or something like
Right. Nice. That
That
knocks the
doesn't work.
ball down the thing, and then the hamster on the wheel starts chasing the cheese or whatever that,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, that's maybe that is what's going on. No.
I mean, I've never seen the inside of the body, so I don't
My
know.
cousin was just in Vegas
Mhm.
for he went to a UFC fight, the one that like Jake Gyllenhaal was filming a movie at.
Oh yeah,
And he's like, "Yeah, we went to this other." I was like, "What else did you do in Vegas?" Because he's sober now.
right.
And he said they went to some human body museum or something that you could see like their lungs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I was like, oh, but not real ones. She's like, no, these were like real, like
Hmm.
human organs. I was like, wait, what?
It's yeah, it's like a full on bodies too, like full on human bodies that are like splayed apart in every imaginable way.
Wow.
You've never seen it?
No.
Even pictures of anything? You want to do? Okay.
I mean,
It's not
I'll
like
check it out.
it's really, I mean, people just walk in and check it out. It's not uh what is it called though? Body something?
I don't know what it's called.
Body
Body museum or something like that.
museum.
Yeah, I don't know. He was saying that the lungs, like they had a trash bin full of like people's cigarette boxes. Like they'd be like, oh my God, I'm never gonna smoke again. Throw away their cigarettes.
Yeah. Dang. So let's check it. These are some crazy ones. Or they're all crazy.
But is that actual human?
Yeah.
Like that's not a model.
No, I think they do something called plastification. So that's all actual human.
Flesh
Like,
and bone.
yup.
That's the heart
Yup.
and like all the veins and arteries.
Dude.
But that is so crazy.
Get out of here. No.
This dude's like praying, like, oh God,
New York Times
can you
headline.
please put my heart back in my chest? Dude, that's when I'm like, I don't know, dude. There's got to be some sort of higher intelligence. You know what I mean? Like that, the
For
human
why?
body,
Oh.
because it's so articulate. Like
Well,
it's just,
honestly, if you think about it, like just all animals. I was watching a video of a cheetah run earlier in slow motion, and I was like, "Holy, that's a."
well, yeah. And that's the thing. I'm like, dude,
Here we go.
it's like, haha, dude, that's dope. The smile is kind of creeping me out though.
I don't want to give you nightmares.
Oh, we crossed that bridge already. I'll be having nightmares for sure.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't remember what I was gonna say now.
um,
Anyways,
just about who created.
oh yeah, I was just saying like I was buying some cactus the other day,
Yeah.
and I seen the pattern of the little quills or whatever, the little pokies,
Hmm.
the way they were on this little cactus button was just like sacred geometry.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dude, this is just amazing. Like, so every once in a while I'll be like buy some flowers and I'll like look in the center of the flower and be like, holy shit, I forgot how like I just been living life
Hmm.
caught in my day of like driving around in my truck going to work and throwing fucking my black banana peel on my passenger floor.
Hmm.
And then I forget like how like just amazing like life is. And it's just those moments when I like look at a flower and I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
it's fucking amazing.
That's why they say touch grass.
Oh, I thought it was touch ass.
Well,
I look
yeah,
at those two and I'm like, God damn, this is amazing.
yeah, dude. I mean, it's what's what's really crazy is like, unless I'm totally wrong, but just how life went from like a single cell to like a multiple cell animals, because apparently like mitochondria, it's not just like a part of the cell, like it's a different animal with its own, like it's a single cell organism itself that's living inside of a cell, like a animal cell. So like it's like a parasite, like it works. That's why they say it's the powerhouse of the cell. It's like every single human cell that you have has a little mitochondria in it that is basically like its own little animal that does whatever function it does to power the cell, you know. It's a
Right.
trip. Oh my god.
I'll be done here soon, buddy. Yeah, dude. Speaking of single cell organisms expanding and becoming bigger, yeah, it's crazy. Like
Yeah.
that we were used to be just that. And you know, when I seen that thing about sperm earlier today, and they were saying how in like whatever small amount it was, that there would be like 100 million little swimmers in there, and they're like now it's like 47. And I'm like, what? There's that much in there? Oh my god. And
Yeah,
they're
dude.
like, if it gets lower than 40 million, then it's harder to like conceive. And I'm like, damn, it really takes like that much. Here, son, I'll be done in a
That's
few.
crazy. Yeah.
But it's just crazy that, when you break things down to like the microcosm,
Yeah.
and that's another thing with the Freemasonry stuff I'm trying to learn. Um, well, something about the G I was heard the other day, just about, you know, um, kind of God or geometry or germs and other
Yeah.
things. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about germs and how like there's this whole little tiny world that is living on our skin.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this book. It's called Guns, Germs, and Steel.
Hmm.
It's basically about like how those three things played their parts in like human civilizations.
Oh yeah, germs could destroy a whole civilization, right?
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
COVID-19.
germ warfare.
Yeah, I
The
swear to God.
germs. Like
Yeah.
the punk rock band, The Germs.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a trip. Yeah, like it's crazy that everything is so trippy. Not to sound stupid, but like the smaller you go, it's not like, oh, it's just atoms and then it stops. Like nowhere to go. You can't go any smaller, like, but it just keeps going and keeps getting weirder and keeps like physics break down and shit.
yeah, I feel like it would be one of those things where it's like you break it down into this tiny little molecule, but then with inside of that molecule, it'd be like, oh, now it's just a whole nother like universe. And then that universe, you like keep going down all the way through that universe and it breaks into these thousands of molecules all the way back down into that one molecule and then back again to a whole universe, and it's just like it's just this endless like
Yeah.
multiverse or something. Like I remember one of the first times I ate acid, I looked I was taking a shower and I looked and seeing all the water bubbles like on the side of the shower, and I thought to myself, like it just looked like to me each little water droplet had like its whole own like universe. or something.
Kind of does.
I don't know. It was just like
You think
the
about it.
way our psychedelic mind. I mean, sure, psychedelic substance could open it up more, but our mind is psychedelic anyways.
Yeah.
And like you say, how trippy life is. I think it's all in our perception because it's like you could sit two people in a room, and depending on their outlook, they might be like, whatever, life's just normal. And then the other
Well,
guy's like, dude, no, it's like, look at it, it's amazing.
oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like those cloud pictures that I was showing you where we had these electrical storm out here,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like crazy clouds outside. Like there was a bunch of people standing outside, right, looking at the clouds. And one of my neighbors was out here, and I was taking pictures, and I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty crazy, huh?" And it's like, "Yeah, I've seen worse," and just walks inside.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. And I forget to look at the sky sometimes, and there's days like I seen it the other day. I wanted to get a picture and I think I kind of missed it or something, but like the God rays were coming through. I was driving and I had to wait till I got to the gas station to like try and take a picture, but
Yeah.
there's just those moments where kind of brings you back to earth and stuff. But yeah, did you guys get a hit snowstorm?
I mean, I haven't looked outside in a minute. It could be snowing
Dude,
right now.
Kay said there was some areas that got like 11 feet. Like,
What?
I'm sure in the high altitudes out here
In
in Montana.
Montana?
Yeah,
Well, I
like
know it was like already snowing in
feet,
Missoula. It was
not inches.
That's crazy.
Dude, do you see the northern lights at all?
No.
I didn't see them either.
Yeah, we got it's probably too much light pollution where I'm at. I don't know if we could even see him from right here.
I've never seen them.
Me neither.
I'm totally bummed. I'm like, dude, I see people post on the internet like, wow, look at this. I'm like, huh,
I mean,
good for you.
it would be super sick to do something like that though, just to like go on a kind of excavation expedition just out somewhere north, like not not Alaska, but somewhere up in Canada, like just do some hiking, some sightseeing.
It would be dope for sure.
I've
And
never I've never been to Canada.
dude, that's another reason why I'm like, it's funny. Getting involved with, say, like set free ministries, they're all over the place.
Hmm.
So one day I'm like, well, I want to be able to go on like a little tour and go visit different set frees. There's one in Bethlehem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like gonna go there one day and be like, dude, this is where Jesus walked, buried
Yeah.
and crucified and everything. Born. I got I got a new guitar, but I
Yeah.
got a new strap. Yeah. I know you're
What
like, motherfuck, another one?
what's your guitar?
Uh Fender Squire strap.
Hell yeah.
It was at the pawn shop for like 150 bucks.
Yep.
So I traded in a bunch of gear I don't use,
Yeah.
basically. Um, but the strap I got was I mainly wanted one for church, playing with the band at church.
Oh yeah.
So
That's dope.
Last Supper. Apparently some of the other folks from Set Free went to that place where the Last Supper was.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, dude, one day I want to go check out Set Free. I'd like to even go to different like AA meetings as I travel and be like, dude, whatever, this is what we have in common, you know?
Hmm.
And even, hopefully if I can get involved with the Freemasons, I'm like, dude, there's Masonic lodges all over the place. I'd love to connect with
Oh shit.
other fellows out there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hell yeah,
Hopefully
dude.
I just did connect with you again and be like, dude, fuck, hang out with my homie James.
Well, um, yeah. Soon as as soon as it's nice out consistently, I'm planning on going somewhere. So
Well, let me know. I'm, pretty busy in life. We have a lot of like health stuff going on with Kayliana right now.
yeah.
So we're kind of working around a lot of that stuff with scheduling, but we definitely need to make some plans this summer to link up.
Hmm.
Where are you thinking of going? Just Montana or Great Falls or
I mean, I don't know. For sure, probably hit up Missoula. Might hit up Great Falls. I haven't been there in so long. Be cool to see Nate. I don't know. I mean, I got family there and shit too. But yeah, just now that I got a reliable car and um I didn't really do shit last summer.
yeah, I was just getting myself back on my feet again and
Yeah.
but uh yeah, man. Would you just bust right out of it? Your sleeves just pop right out? You been
Yep.
working out?
Mm-hmm.
I can
I
tell, bro.
just one day I was just like I, yeah, the shirt
Have you
is too
been
much.
have you been lifting?
No, dude, just work. I mean, I lift at work.
Oh yeah.
I'll lift like on my days off, I'll lift dumbbells and shit.
Yeah. I try
But
to even at the end of my days, like be like, dude, fuck it. Like get a little
dude,
energy.
we've been like I was saying the very first episode segment, whatever.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, we've been working 40s, so I get off at 2:30, which is
Mhm.
like it's like the perfect time for
I
that
used
type
to
of
get off
work.
at 2:30.
Yeah, that's like the when you're out in the field, like that's when most dudes are like, all right, let's go home. Like a lot of dudes, I mean, I guess it depends on what the operation is like, but like small crews, yeah, it's just like the perfect time to go home, like
We
you
used to
still
work
have a good chunk of your day to do shit.
6:30 to 2:30 was my old schedule.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And I could go to the bank still. I could get all this other shit done before other people got off work.
But I brought it up because of like exercising, like you actually have energy after work to like fucking do some push-ups.
I definitely
Like
be trying
when
to.
I'm working 50s at the end of the week, like those last few days of the week, like I just get off work and I'm just like I shower, I eat, sit down for just like a few minutes, and I'm like, that's it.
I know
Tired.
if I get too comfortable, kick back the recliner. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm like, don't close your eyes. You got to
Yeah.
get up and do something. Play a video game. Even it'll like get me kind of
Mm-hmm.
wired again and just to get myself because I'm like, I don't want to miss my day. Sometimes if I sleep too much, I'm just tired.
For real.
It's weird, dude. Like I'll go nights where I'm like, I'll get like 4 hours of sleep.
Hmm.
I'm good to go. Four or
Yeah.
5 hours. I'm like, dude, I'm energized. I'll sleep 8 hours. I'm tired, dude.
I think a lot of that has to do with um waking up and going to sleep at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because if your sleep schedule is erratic, um yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that because I know I'm different. Like I know I definitely need 7 to 8 hours. Um, and if I sleep too much, it's whatever. I just get up, like, but I don't know. I just remember reading something that was saying like there definitely are people that can function on less sleep and still be healthy, but it's like it's such a smaller fraction of the population than because everybody says that. Like, oh, I only need 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I regularly don't go to sleep until after midnight.
I can't, dude. Like, if I'm waking up early, which I do, I wake up at 4 every day.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get up at like 6:30,
Right. See.
like then I'm actually going. I start waking up at 6. I'm like,
Yeah.
but then, 6:30, I'm like, all right, my day is getting going here. And um
No, but yeah, everybody's different for sure.
and that's the thing, is it's like, I think just once my body gets running on it's just been running on this kind of
Well,
thing for a while, so I think I'm just used to it.
yeah, I think a lot of it is like it's the way your brain works. Because if you're the type of person that is like, and I honestly believe this, like if you tell yourself that like waking up early sucks, and like when you're waking up in the morning, you're like, oh, this sucks. I just want to go back to sleep. That's all you think about. Like, yeah, of course you're gonna be tired, But like if you're the type of person that likes being awake, like I love sleeping, but I also like being awake and doing shit and like thinking about shit, being conscious, you
Yeah,
know.
for sure.
But like in the morning, like, because I have no problem waking up. Like my body just wakes me up, like I'm up. Um, I mean, it sucks for those first few minutes, like first half an hour or something, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely when I'm thinking about it more, I'm like I just want to go back to sleep. It makes it worse. So I think there are people that are like in that mindset of like I'm just going and I don't need sleep, but that's just because you're going, like you said, if you just sit down and you're like you let yourself fall asleep, you'll fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
So like I think people need more sleep. Sleep is so important. Um like when you sleep, your brain and your spinal fluid does a whole like flush of of like I don't say toxins, but just like old old shit, old neurons and
You gotta
out.
flush that old shit.
Yeah, dude.
Can't just let it float around,
Yeah. But
muddy up the waters.
that's why your brain starts to like eat itself alive when you don't sleep for
Oh, I heard, for like alcoholics, if you're drinking all the time and not getting enough sleep, that our brain during the day will start to run that process. So I
right.
think that's where the kind of delusional outlook on reality could come from, is when it's like you're not getting the proper sleep. Your
It's
brain
crazy.
starts running these systems to be like, well, you're supposed to be hitting this REM sleep cycle.
So you're kind of
Which,
like half sleeping.
yeah, but
That's
living your
crazy.
day. So I don't
That's
know.
so nice. Yeah.
I don't know if you'd say that's living the dream. Probably not.
I don't know.
But
We got 1 minute left.
we got 1 minute to win it.
We got 1 minute to dare to
Truth or
win.
dare, James?
Dare.
I dare you to go running naked through the streets.
So
Just
somehow I knew you were gonna say that. That's
kidding.
why I came prepared.
You're like, I'm not wearing pants right now. No,
Yeah.
yeah. You just pull your skin off, like in the pictures you're showing me.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, brother. Well, thanks for doing a podcast. It's been a while.
Yeah. It's a good pod.
I've been
Three-parter.
busy. I'll look forward to next one.
For sure. Yep. Next time we'll do even better.
Heck yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
Hopefully one day we can get some online gaming going together and be like,
yeah, I don't have any console or anything. That'd be
me
dope. What do
neither.
you got? What's
Nintendo Switch and a PC.
yeah.